It is yoga time. So let's take a nice, comfortable seated position on our mats. So really take a moment to settle in. Ground down through your sit bones. Lengthen through the top of your head. Bring your shoulders up into your ears. Relax your shoulder blades down your back. Close your eyes or have a soft gaze on something that isn't moving. Connecting to your breath. In through your nose, out through your nose. Calling to mind your intention for practice today. That intention can be whatever you want. It can be deep and heartfelt, or it can be surface level. It doesn't matter. Your intention is your intention. Whatever got you on the mat and keeps you on the mat for this 35 minutes, this quiet time, this you time. Hold that intention in your mind's eye and let it go. Allowing yourself to connect deeply with your Ujjayi breath, that slight constriction at the back of the throat as your breath comes in through your nose, out through your nose. Let your breath be your guide as you move through the practice today. If at any time your breathing becomes labored, that's a sign to back off, to rest in child's pose, or to rest in the posture. So finding a way to back off from wherever it is you are. All right, we're going to make our way into tabletop position. Wrists underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. On your inhalation, drop your belly, lift your heart, look up. On your exhalation, pull your belly button towards the ceiling, round your spine, relax your head and neck. Moving in and out of cat-cow at your breath, at your pace. Coming back to tabletop position. Neutral spine. Extend your right leg out on the mat, toes on the mat to start. Really press through your heel. Give your calf a stretch. Now, we're going to do something a little bit different than we normally do here. So wrists directly underneath your shoulders. Press out through your foot. Lift your left knee up off the mat. Extend it straight back. Bring your knee in. Extend it back. Come in, extend back. 3 more with your breath at your pace. Just feel the heat, the fire beginning to burn in the body. And then extend that foot down. Both knees come back to the mat. Both your knees underneath your hips. Now this time we're extending the left foot out on the mat, toes on the mat to start. Pressing through your heel. Core is engaged, belly lifted. Now press into your hands, press out through your foot, lift your right leg up. Draw your right knee in, extend the right foot straight back. Knee comes in, extend back. 3 more with your breath. Bring the foot down, bring knees down. Give it another cat-cow. Drop your belly, lift your heart, look up. Pull your belly button towards the ceiling, round your back. Come back to tabletop position. Bring your knees a little bit wider than your hips. We're gonna bring our right hand in towards the midline. The left arm floats up towards the ceiling. Reach, 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 look up. Feel an opening along the front of your chest, and then thread the needle under. Bring your shoulder down on the mat and your head come down on the mat. You can hang out right here, or you can take your right arm up and back. Unwind. Come back to tabletop position, keeping the knees wide. This time we're gonna bring our left hand in towards the midline. Our right arm floats up towards the ceiling. Reach up, reach, reach, reach. And thread the needle under on this side. Your shoulder comes down on the mat, your head comes down on the mat. You can hang out right here. Your left arm can reach overhead, give your neck a little bit more space, or you can take that left arm up and back. Breathe your way in. Where is there room for you to twist in a little bit deeper? Unwind. Make your way back to tabletop position. Wrists underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. One more cat-cow. Drop your belly, lift your heart, look up. Pull your belly button towards the ceiling, round your back. Come back to tabletop position, tuck your toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Come high on your toes, lift up, lengthen out, press your heels back and down. Shake your head no, nod it yes. Float your right leg up towards the ceiling, press out through your heel. Bring your knee in, bring your knee to your nose at the top of the mat, hug it in, hold it there. Take it back and up. Bring your knee in, cross the midline, touch the outside of your left upper arm. Take it back and up. Bring your knee in, touch the outside of your right upper arm. Take it back and up. Draw your knee in, step through. We're gonna do a high runner's lunge. So we're gonna stay up on the toes of your back foot. Find your balance, arms lift. Press out through your back leg, hug in towards your midline, look up. Can the yoga teacher talk, stay in balance at the same time? It's debatable. Lift up and bring your hands down. Step back to plank. Hold your plank. So wrists underneath shoulders, core is engaged, belly lifted. Press back. Hug in. Keep breathing. You can always bring your knees down if you need to. Keep breathing. Strong bodies make strong minds. Breathe your way in. Lower down, chaturanga or knees, chest, and chin. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take it back. Breathe. Left leg lifts up, reach high, press out through your heel. Bring your knee to your nose at the top of the mat, hug it in, hold it there. Take it back and up. Bring your knee in, cross the midline, touch the outside of your right upper arm. Take it back and up. Bring your knee and touch the outside of your left upper arm. Take it back and up. Draw your knee in, step through high runner's lunge on the left side. We're staying up on the toes. Press into your feet, find your balance. Lift up. Hug in, look up. Hands come down, step back to plank. Hold your plank for a beat. Come down onto your forearms. Interlace your fingers together now. See how my booty is up in the air? Come down. Now, we don't want to be saggy, dropping the hips. We want to find that strong plank position. Even here in forearm plank, hug in, breathe deep. Press up to plank. Press back, downward facing dog. Look forward between your hands, walk your feet up to the top of the mat. Lengthen through, flat back, fold Uttanasana. Inhale, lift up, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Bend your knees, Utkatasana, chair, sit back deep. Yeah, we're bringing chair in early today. Sit back, fold. Inhale halfway and fold. Plant your hands, step or hop back to plank. Core is engaged, lower down, chaturanga. Upward and downward, take it back. Right leg lifts up, reach high. Draw your knee in, step through, high runner's lunge. Find your balance, arms left to reach up. Hands come down on either side of your front foot. Bring your left wrist underneath your left shoulder, your right hand to your right knee. We're coming into a twist. Right arm lifts up. Right hand comes down, step back to plank. Right wrist underneath your right shoulder. Vashisthasana, side plank. On the right side, lift up. Hug in, breathe. Bring your right hand down, come back to plank. Core is engaged, belly lifted, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing, take it back. Left leg lifts up, reach high. Draw your knee in, step through, high runner's lunge. Find your balance, lift up. Hands come down on either side of the front foot, right wrist underneath your right shoulder, left hand to the knee as you begin to spiral to the left, opening your left arm up. Breathe, connect to your breath. Left hand comes down, step back to plank, hold your plank, left wrist underneath your left shoulder, side plank on this side, Vashisthasana. Keep lifting up, keep breathing, come back to your intention, come back to your breath. Your right hand comes down, come back to plank, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing, take it back. Look forward between your hands, step or hop to the top of the mat. Lengthen through, fold. Bend your knees, Utkatasana, chair sit back deep. Straighten your legs, arms lift up, exhale, hands to heart center. Bend your knees, Utkatasana, chair sit back deep. Hands come together at heart center. Tuck your tailbone under, sit back a little bit deeper, twist to the left, right elbow, left thigh. Come back to center, twist to the other side, left elbow, right thigh. Come back to center, fold Uttanasana. Inhale halfway, fold, plant your hands, step or hop back to plank. Core is engaged, belly lifted, breathe your way in. Lower down, knees, chest, and chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing, take it back. Right leg lifts up, reach high. Draw your knee in, step through Virabhadrasana 1 this time. Warrior 1, plant your back foot down, arms lift up. Front knee over top of your ankle. Open to Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2, hug in. Moving into extended side angle, either the forearm to the thigh or the hand comes down, top arm lifts up or reaches straight overhead. You can hang out right here, or you can take the bind, taking the top arm back behind you, the right arm underneath, opening your chest and your heart, looking up. Unwind, press into your feet, arms lift up. Straighten your front leg. Trikonasana, triangle, reach forward, coming into triangle on this right side. So you may or may not have noticed that we do triangle almost every class. It's because it's a personal favorite of my own. Triangle is a cooling posture. It's a great place to rest and still stretch. Press into your feet, arms lift up, toes of the right foot towards the side of the mat. We're gonna bring our hands to our hips. We're gonna draw our elbows in. We're gonna draw our shoulder blades together, lifting up. So get nice and long and tall, even here, arching back, little baby back bend, coming forward halfway, pausing halfway. And then coming all the way down, hands come down, lining up our fingers and our toes as we drop our head down. Straddle pose. Coming up onto our fingertips, then bringing our hands to our hips, coming all the way back up. Heel toe your feet together. Bring your hands back to the side. Bend your right knee. Palm the right hand face up. Exalt your warrior. Reach back. Windmill your hands to the top of the mat. Step back to plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward, take it back. Left leg lifts up, reach high. Three-legged dog on this side, lift, lift, lift. Draw your knee in, step through Virabhadrasana 1 on this side, Arms lift up. Open to Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Moving into extended side angle, either the forearm to the thigh or down on the mat. Top arm can lift up or reach overhead. You can take the bind if that feels right in your body. Listen to your body. What is it asking for? Unwind, press into your feet, straighten your front leg, Trikonasana, reach, 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 triangle on this side. Press into your feet, arms lift up, bend your front knee, palm of the front hand face up, exalt your warrior, reach back. Windmill your hands to the top of the mat, step back to plank. Hold your plank. You can always bring your knees down if you need to. Can you lower down and hover? Press up, lower down and hover. Press up. Can we do 2 more? Lower down and hover. Press up, 1 more. Press up. Bring your knees down, push your hips to your heels, bring your forehead to the mat. Take a big breath in, let it out. Another big deep breath in, let it out. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Right leg lifts up, reach high, draw your knee in, coming forward into pigeon on the right side. So really taking a moment to settle in to your pigeon. Proud pigeons, puffing out our chest and our heart. Lead with your chin as you come on down. Bring your chin in towards your chest, lead with the back of the neck, lift up. Come on down. And lift up. 1 more, come on down. And then lift up. Coming all the way down, prayerful pigeons. You can stay on your forearms or you can drop down. You know, if you have a book or a bolster or a block, that can be helpful to put under your chest as you come all the way down. Lifting up, proud pigeons, puffing out your chest and your heart. 1 more time. We're going to pour our weight into our right side. We're going to take our left leg over and around, crossing it over top of the right leg. Now, hands can start interlaced on that front knee. Lift up, lengthening up, find a really long spine. Hug the knee in, begin to twist to the left. Lengthen through the top of your head as you gaze over your back shoulder. Each inhalation is an invitation to get taller and longer, and each exhalation is a place to get curious, to see if there's room to move into the twist any deeper without cranking on your low back. Just notice if, as you lengthen, if that creates space. Look forward, unwind, gentle counter twist to the opposite side. And look forward, unwind, take it back to downward facing dog, any way you'd like. Now float your left leg up towards the ceiling, press out through your heel, drawing your knee in, coming forward into pigeon on this side. Ooh, settling into pigeon. These hips, they hold so much. Lengthening up. Get nice and long and tall, proud pigeons, puffing out your heart and your chest. Lead with your chin as you come on down. Bring your chin in towards your chest. Lead with the back of the neck. Lift up. Come on down. And lift up. Come on down. And lift up. One more. Come on down. And lift. And then coming down either onto the forearms or onto a block. Coming all the way down onto your chest and heart, whatever feels best in your body. Surrendering into prayerful pigeon. Lifting up, proud pigeons, puffing out your chest and your heart. If it were a longer practice, I'd have us hang out there for like 5 minutes. Pour weight into your left leg. Take your right leg over and around. Anchor down through your sit bones. Lengthen through the top of your head. We're going to twist to the right, hugging the knee into the chest. Or right hand behind us. Lift up, lengthen up, gaze over your back shoulder. Look forward, unwind, gentle counter twist to the other side. And then look forward, bring your legs around in front of you, knees bent, feet on the mat. Reach your hands out, slowly coming down one vertebra at a time, slowly, slowly, slowly. Draw your knees in, lift your head, lift your tailbone, turn it into a little ball. Exhale your head down. Rock out your sacrum. Rock it all out. All right, bringing your shins parallel to the mat. We're going to bring our hands back behind our head. We're going to lift our shoulder blades up off the mat. Imagining that we have like a lemon underneath our chin and we're hugging there. Extend the right leg out, hover above the mat. Right elbow towards the left knee and switch. Going as fast as you'd like or as slow as you'd like. Strong bodies make strong minds. Breathe your way in. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, you got this, 3, 2, 1, and done. Draw those knees in, lift your head, lift your tailbone, turn into a little ball. Exhale your head down, rock out your sacrum, rock it all out. Good work, yogis. Drop your feet down on the mat. Hands come down at your sides. Hug your legs in isometrically, hugging your legs in towards one another. We're going to begin to lift our hips up off the mat, coming into bridge. Lifting your hips up. You can interlace your fingers underneath you, press down, lift up. Slowly release your hands, coming down one vertebra at a time. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Find the edges of the mat with your feet. Open your arms out wide like a T. Let your knees fall over to the right. Gently turn your head left. Soften, relax, release. Lift your knees up to center. Let them fall over to the other side as you gently turn your head to the right. Lift your knees up to center. Extend your legs out on the mat. Arms come down at your sides, palms face up, open to receive. I'd like you to really take a minute to get as comfortable as you can. So pamper yourself. Put a rolled up towel or blanket underneath your knees. Cover up with a blanket. Do whatever you need to do to get as cozy and comfortable as possible as you soften into this shape. Then really relax in. And we'll close with Rolf Gates's Meditations from the Mat. Starts with a quote by Marcel Proust. The real voyage of discovery consists not in seeking new landscapes, but in having new eyes. We do not know what we do not know. Whenever I sit down to meditate or spend time on my mat, I am suddenly made conscious of the level of distraction in which I spend much of my time. As I am writing these words the night before I am to fly to Mexico to teach a week-long yoga retreat. To prepare myself, I've spent most of the day at a meditation center. There, as the quiet of prolonged meditation began to sink in, I slowly became aware of where I was coming from. In the course of the last week, I've presided at my studio while we've been hosting a visiting teacher, undergoing major renovations, and introducing 4 new teachers into our schedule. All of this while Boston was being pummeled by a 3-day blizzard. I've also been making time to write each day, getting ready for the retreat, managing an unmanageable private schedule, creating a new workshop format, teaching my regular classes, spending time with my wife and my dog, and doing my own practice. I did not experience this week as anything out of the ordinary because it is not. As I interacted with the visiting teacher, my new teachers, my students, the contractors, my wife, and my dog, I had no awareness of how much stress I was under, or of my responsibility for allowing that stress to be clouding my judgment. Finally, today, the utter stillness I found at the meditation center allowed me to arrive at the awareness that was not available to me all week as I rushed from one situation to the next. True, I was attending to my regular practice, but sometimes even that is not enough. There is power in regularly stepping back even further, going even deeper than we normally do. As we wade through the challenges, the opportunities, the joys, and the sorrows of our everyday lives, we must also honor our need to look upon our lives with new eyes, and the opportunity is always there. One morning spent in silence, an evening at a yoga workshop, an hour of quiet prayer in an empty church, an afternoon of meditation, or a weekend retreat, we rediscover, re-experience the truth of our lives and the roles that we play within them. Deepening your next inhalation, take a big breath in, let it out nice and slow. Bring small movements to our toes and our fingers, maybe moving our head from side to side. And then when you're ready, bend your knees, bring your feet to the mat. We'll slowly and carefully roll to the right side, pausing there just a moment, and pushing ourselves up to a nice, comfortable, seated position, eyes closed, hands at heart center. Yoga will teach us so much about ourselves. It will help us become flexible in mind, in body, and in spirit. For that, I am truly grateful. Thank you so much for coming to class today. Namaste. So good work, yogis. Happy Tuesday. I hope that was enough core for you today.